بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. فيا أيها الناس، وحدوا الله فإن التوحيد رأس الطاعات، واتقوا الله فإن التقوى بلاغ الحسنات، وعليكم بالسنة فإن السنة تهدي إلى الإطاعة، ومن أطاع الله ورسوله فقد رشد واهتدى. وإياكم والبدعة فإن البدعة تهدي إلى المعصية، ومن يعص الله ورسوله فقد ضل وغوى. وعليكم بالصدق فإن الصدق ينجي والكذب يهلك. وعليكم بالإحسان فإن الله يحب المحسنين، ولا تحب الدنيا فتكون من الخاسرين. ألا وإن نفسا لن تموت حتى تستكمل رزقها، فاتقوا الله وأجملوا في الطلب وتوكلوا عليه فإن الله يحب المتوكلين، ودعوه فإن ربكم مجيب الداعين. وقال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. صدق الله العظيم. وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحديث: طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم. رواه سنن ابن ماجه. صحيح. We begin in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we beg Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His forgiveness and guidance. Because indeed, if Allah did not guide us, we would not be amongst the guided. We send salutations and blessings and prayers upon our Prophet, the last Prophet, the seal of prophethood, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and his family and all of his companions. First and foremost, as I say in the beginning of every khutbah, we should all be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessings that He gave us that we take for granted. Our iman, the water we drink to quench our thirst, the air we breathe to live, the food that we eat to energize ourselves. And most of all, like I said, our iman. For that, we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. There are many people who are walking by outside right now. They are walking by the masjid's door, but they do not understand how important the day Friday is. They do not know how important the day of Jum'ah is. They are ignorant. They are unaware. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has let us know. He has guided us. He has made us Muslims. And He has allowed us to gather in His house on the blessed day of Al-Jum'ah. Alhamdulillah. So, today I wanted to talk about something that we all know. Something that we are all aware of. But it is first a reminder for myself and then to everyone else. I wanted to talk about acquiring knowledge, seeking knowledge. Especially, I think this is the perfect time to remind everyone because school is about to start and many will go off to college. Many will start their public school, whether it be elementary school, middle school, high school, or whatever. And as soon as you start school, under the pressure of your homework, classwork, and work, whatever it is, you slowly forget or you neglect your Islamic life, your Dini life. You neglect your religion. I know that there is Saturday, Sunday program in this masjid here. You've had summer programs in this masjid here. Maybe you were enrolled in that time. Maybe your son, your children were enrolled in that time. But as soon as school starts, you think, I have to take him away now. He's going to be busy at school. To yourself, you think that that is more important. And you could never have been more wrong, brothers. In the hadith, I said, عن أنس بن مالك رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم رواه سنن ابن ماجه. In this hadith, Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu, he reports, he narrates that he heard the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, طلب العلم, seeking knowledge, going out in search of knowledge, trying to acquire knowledge, فريضة, is mandatory, is obligatory, على كل مسلم, upon every single Muslim. And in da'if narrations, in other narrations, the Prophet ﷺ also says, على كل مسلم ومسلمة. And this hadith is from Sunan ibn Majah, and this hadith is sahih. So, I'm sure if not all, many of us have heard this hadith many times before. The hadith is few words, not many. But it is a very important hadith. Those of you who know the hadith, those of you who read or heard the hadith, you know there are different types of hadith. There are many hadith where the Prophet ﷺ is telling you about a deed that is a good deed, but it is sunnah. It is a light deed. If you do it, you will get extra reward. And there are some hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he forbids you from doing something. He makes it haram in the hadith. And in some hadith, the Prophet ﷺ is narrating a story about a past prophet or a past woman. And like this hadith, in many hadiths, the Prophet ﷺ, he is making something felt upon you. Because the Prophet ﷺ, what word did he use in this hadith? Fariqatu, fard. Just the way your 5 salat is mandatory upon you, following this hadith, if you are a Muslim, if you are a believer, it is also mandatory upon you. So, seeking knowledge, acquiring knowledge, fariqatun is mandatory ala kulli Muslim, upon every single Muslim. So you may say, why did the Prophet ﷺ make this mandatory upon us? We have the Imam in the local masjid. He is there. Why do we need to know the Quran? Why do we need to know the hadith? We can just ask him. Or now what most people do, we can just search it up on Google. But the excuse or the argument I give for those who say that you can find everything on YouTube or Google, brothers, you do not know who put it there. You are searching something up and you are just saying it off from the Google. How do you know that a proper alim, a proper scholar has put that online? You are taking a ruling from online and you do not even know if the ruling is given by someone qualified, and you do not even know if the ruling is proper or not. But even besides that, this is the knowledge. The Prophet ﷺ in this hadith, he is not talking about secular knowledge. He is not talking about what you study in school, math, science. science, English. The Prophet ﷺ, when he says ilm in this hadith, he means the ilm al-deen, knowledge about your religion, knowledge about Islam. That acquiring that knowledge about your religion, that is the knowledge that is mandatory upon every single Muslim. So as I was saying, why is this knowledge important? Why do you need to know this knowledge? If you do not know about your religion, obviously how can you perform your religion? Many of us who are born into the fold of Islam, our parents or our grandparents were Muslim, so we take it for granted. However, they teach us to pray, we pray. Whether it be with mistakes or not. Whatever we do for wudu or ghusl, we do it how it is. We do it as we know, because we do not know any better. So how can you perfect your deen? How can you advance in your iman if you do not even know about your religion? So then the question arises, where will we know about our religion? Where will we acquire this knowledge? In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. That book, there is no doubt. هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. It is a guidance for those who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the muttaqeen, basically for the Muslims. And as I was saying, you have to read the Quran. You have to acquire this knowledge. Only then will you be able to discern what is good and what is bad. And unless you know what is allowed and what is not allowed in your religion, how will you follow that? You do not even know what is forbidden, and you are living your life as a Muslim. How will you know what to avoid? Only when you read the Quran, only when you understand your religion, only then will you be able to understand what is good and do that, and what is evil and stay away from it. And another thing in this hadith that most people tend to neglect is, it says, عَلَى كُلِّ مُسْلِمٍ, upon every single Muslim. Many of us think in our families, especially back home, that if a father has 3 children, one children can go to the madrasa and the others can go to school and become doctors and engineers. He thinks that one person is enough in the family. Do you think that one person will take everyone to Jannah? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows, yes. But on the day of Qiyamah, everyone will be for themselves. Ya nafsi, everyone will be crying. Mothers will leave their children. Fathers will not recognize their sons. Brothers will not recognize their brothers. You think that I am in the community, do you think He will save you on the day of Jahannam, on the day of judgment? Brothers, your iman is with yourself. Whatever your iman is, your level of iman, whatever you know that is good, whatever you know that is bad, whatever you can do good, whatever you can stay away from bad, it is in yourself. Not the local imam, not your father, not your brother. So brothers, read the Quran. Not only read the Quran, try to understand the Quran. I know there are many Arab brothers here, and they say, I have many Arab friends, and they speak Arabic language fluently. No problem. I can't keep up with them when they speak Arabic. But when I ask them to explain one ayat from the Quran, they are confused. They are lost. They are not able to do proper tafsir. If you ask them a hadith, they say that I do not know. So brothers, like I was saying, ala kulli Muslim, upon every single Muslim. Many of us are more in age, many of us are younger. But just because you have reached a certain age, just because you have retired, that does not mean that the door of knowledge is closed to you. That does not mean that you cannot learn anymore. The masjid has alaqas, the masjid has sittings. Come to the sittings. If you do not learn how to read, if you do not learn in your young age how to read Quran, learn now. Just because you have white hair or you have a beard does not mean you are too old. Just because you have work, that is not an excuse. And not only that, but a sad thing is, many parents, they do not put their children in this line on purpose. Before I go on to that, most of us here are immigrants. If not us, then our parents or our grandparents. They came from another country to this country. Why? Mostly it is for two reasons. Number one, to get a better knowledge, maybe go to a college, get a degree, get a better job. And number two, to make a better living, to live more comfortably. These are the two reasons that most people come here for. But when they come here, when they are paying attention to those two reasons, they neglect their main reason for them being alive, for them being a Muslim. They neglect their iman, they neglect their deen. You come here, you are working, and that's why you want to put your children into a good college. An Ivy League college. You want him to get 5 degrees, you want him to get a PhD, this and that. And why? If you are asked, you say, I want my son, I want my daughter to have a good living. I want him to get a good degree so he is recognized and he can make a good living, he can have a good job, and he can make money. Brothers, that is not for you to decide. It's not in your hands. Sustenance comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are saying that you are working day and night because you want to earn for your family, alhamdulillah. But if you are said to earn $10,000 that month, you can never get $10,001. So what excuse will you give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, I was busy, I was bored, that's why I didn't learn how to read Quran. I was busy, that's why I couldn't go to the masjid to pray salah. That's why I couldn't attend the halaqah. Is that your excuse? Do you think this is a game with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what's in your mind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what's in your heart. Maybe you have good intention. Maybe you are actually just doing it for your family. But even that intention, brothers, is wrong. Whatever we do, first and foremost, it is for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are the slaves, servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only reason we have in this dunya is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And taking care of your family is also a duty given to you. But just because you have one duty, will you neglect the others? Just because you had breakfast, will you not eat lunch and dinner? Just because you wear a shirt, will you not wear your pants? It is as simple as that. Just the way earning your family, earning the living for your family is important to you, giving them Islamic knowledge, giving your children to the masjid to learn how to read Quran, ulum hadith, ulum tafsir, that is just as important. On the day of Qiyamah, your children, your spouse, those in your responsibility, your younger siblings, they will not ask about how much money you gave them. They will not care about how many degrees you made them get. They will not care about how many gifts you gave them. That day, everyone will be worried about their iman. For children here, you think that you are giving them a good sustenance, or you are giving them a good living by putting them in college. You think that they're going to be very good in their working life. But by Allah, that degree that you are getting, that PhD, that certificate you are acquiring after all those years, that is nothing in the world. That is nothing in the akhirah. Your children, your spouse, those in your responsibility, they will be asking you about their deen on the day of Qiyamah. They will tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, my father did not give me to the halaqah. He did not tell me to go to the masjid. He did not take me to the masjid to learn how to read Quran. Ya Allah, it's his fault, it's not my fault. And brothers, it is actually your fault. Those in your responsibility, your children, your neighbors. As a Muslim, your neighbors are also your responsibility. Your brothers in Islam, your spouse, your parents. Brothers, if they go to Jahannam, they will not give any excuses for you. They will have everything against you. They will say that you did not give them to madrasa, that you did not teach them anything about deen. And in this dunya, you are worried about them getting a good living. You are worried about getting them recognizing in the community. You are worried about getting them a good degree. Before time is over, I would like to tell you a story. Real story happened to me a few months ago, 2 or 3 months back. I was called to do a janaza, to attend a janaza in my community. Once I was there, I recognized the person, the kid. He was a child. He was 15, 16 years old, and his father had died. He was offered, do you want to lead your father's janaza? Do you make dua. Anything. Do you want to go to the khutbah? Do you want to go to the graveyard? Do you know how to do anything? Do you want to wash your body? Do you want to wash your father's dead body? The child had one answer. Not child, 15, 16, 2 years, and he is legal adult in this country. And even before that, he is valid in Islam. He said, I do not know. Brothers, is that the legacy you want to leave behind? That your children will say, I do not know how to read Quran. I do not know how to do my father's janazah. I do not know how to bury my father. Is that the legacy you want to leave behind? Because you will die one day. You will die, and do you want your son to say that I do not know how to bury my father? After you die, you want your son to make dua for you, yes or no? Of course you do. Do you want your son to say, I do not know how to make dua for you? Brothers, you can't give excuses for this. You say time and money, you say I am busy, this or that. You say my son has to get a degree, this and that. Brothers, that is all excuses. At the end of the day, none of that matters. All that matters is your iman. Rizq is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The public image is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Stay upon your iman. Stay upon your iman. And follow the hadith, follow the Quran, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you what is necessary. And lastly, I wanted to say a hadith. عن معاوية رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من يريد الله به خيرا يفقهه في الدين رواه متفق عليه أو Bukhari or Muslim. In this hadith, Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, he is reporting, he is narrating that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, مَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ بِهِ خَيْرًا. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to grant goodness, He wants to bless someone with goodness, He wants goodness for one of His servants, يُفَقِّهُ فِي الدِّينِ. He gives him understanding of his deen. He gives him understanding of the religion. Brothers, being a scholar in Islam, being in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not something bad, it is not shameful. In the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is the most honorable position you can get. فَأَقُولِ قَوْلِي هَذَا أَسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهَ لِي وَلَكُمْ وَلِسَائِرِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ فَاسْتَغْفِرُوهُ إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. Brothers, whatever I have said is a personal reminder to myself and to everyone else. Brothers, your family, your responsibility, those who are in your responsibility, just because you are striving for this dunya, do not forget your akhirah. Do not forget ilm, do not forget the Quran, do not forget the hadith, do not forget the masjid, because you have gotten busy. And before I end off, I wanted to remind you, this masjid is your masjid, this community is your community. No one will take care of this masjid except you. But this masjid, it will be taken care of even if you leave. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of it. But bring your children to the masjid. Take care of the masjid. I was told that there is a pending bill in this masjid from Con Edison of $20,000 or $21,000. Brothers, please donate to cover that. Talk with the brothers who are in charge here and move forward to cover that. This masjid is your masjid. Whatever you give in the back